What a golden opportunity for us here at Play It Right TV to have with us as our special guest no other than Senator, the reigning Super WBA welterweight champion, Manny Pacquiao.
Yes, we're going to be talking to Manny about his amazing preparations for the Errol Spence fight. Not just that, a whole lot more. So, welcome Manny to PlayItRight.tv.
Hello, hi, thank you. Thank you for this interview.
Senator, it's been 2 years since last kayong lumaban. Paano lumitaw yung pangalan ni Errol Spence?
Naisip ko, lalaban din naman ako doon na tough opponent. Like Errol Spence na undefeated. He is a champion, so almost 2 years na pahinga ko. Masubukan kung nandyan pa ba yung Manny Pacquiao o hindi. Yeah.
Senator, in your very busy schedule, aside of course from taking care of our country, how are you going to manage to squeeze in the training time para sa laban na to?
For the longest time na sa career ko dito sa boxing, yan ang natutunan ko, yung time management tsaka discipline.
Okay, so we have about mga 2 buwan, no? Or 8, just a little bit over 8 weeks before the fight. Alam ko usually yung preparation mo is about 8 weeks, di ba? So can you make us kwento? I'm sure gustong malaman ng ating mga viewers. How are you going to train for this fight? You're going to Jensen ba? You're going to LA? Are you going to be training with Freddie Roach, Justin Fortune? What's your plan?
For this June, ang training ko dito sa Jensen lang, dito sa Pilipinas. Tapos after that, by July, sa LA.
So in Jensen with Buboy?
Yes,
Justin?
Buboy and Nonoy. I don't know yet for Justin kasi baka maghintay na lang siya sa LA or pumunta siya rito.
And Freddie Roach at the Wildcard Gym?
Yeah.
Alright, okay. So, the last time you, kasi kaliwete si Spence, diba? The last time you fought a kaliwete was David Diaz, like
David Diaz, yeah.
2008. Do you like that? Mahirap ba? Ano bang, mas mahirap ba ang laban kapag kaliwete like you?
Okay lang naman. Mostly yung mga left-handed na nakakalaban ko, hindi ako masyadong nahihirapan.
Senator, pag-usapan natin si Errol Spence. Dating Olympian, wala pang talo, medyo mas malaki sa inyo, mahaba ang reach, kaliwete. Yung ba mga advantages ni Errol Spence hadlang sa pangarap nyong makakuha ng magandang panalo?
May mga advantages siya, pero sa tingin ko marami din naman akong advantage, especially yung experience ko as a boxer. Makatulong ng mabuti yun. Malaking tulong sa akin yun, yung pagiging eksperyensado na boksingero. And then also, yung strength naman siguro, yung power, hindi tayo mabibihay nun. So, God willing, mananalo tayo dito sa laban na to.
Senator, meron ba kayong nakikitang weakness ni Errol Spence? Marami nagsasabi na medyo mabagal ang kanyang footwork at because of his Olympic background, straightforward ang kanyang estilo, pumping jab straights. Pero kung iikutan mo si Errol Spence, nawawala yung diskarte. Tama ba yun?
May mga strategies na inaisip ko para sa kanya, but I will not mention right now. Ma-preem yung mga plano ko sa mga mga masasamang binabala ko.
In July 2019 was your last fight, and
2 years, yeah.
by the time you fight Errol Spence, more than 2 years na since you stepped on the ring. Ring rust is a big question here for fighters who have been absent from the ring a long time. Your age, of course, 42. What can you say about that?
That's what I'm trying to prove this fight, and also it give me encouragement, and of course to win this fight.
Marami rin nagtatanong, bakit ka pa lumalaban? Why are you doing this? I know you love boxing. You know, you're a senator. You're so busy. Why? Why are you doing this? Why is this so important for you to continue to fight?
Because boxing is my passion, so hanggat sa hindi pa ako nag-a-announce, pwede pa akong lumaban.
Senator, sabik na yung mga kababayan natin na mapanood ko nila kayo ulit sa loob ng ring. Tapos, because of your responsibilities as a senator, of course, everybody wants to see you as a winning legislator. Nakakadagdag pressure ba itong mga sinasabi ko na dapat maganda ang panalon mo against Spence and losing is not an option?
Losing is sucks. Nakakadagdag siya ng inspiration, determination para makafocus ka sa fight mo. Maganda naman yung hindi ako pressured masyado dito sa gagawin ko dahil I've been in boxing for total in boxing including amateur is 30 years. I'm not worried about anything na is to create strategies like that for my opponent. Ang sisiguraduhin ko na lang na sa fight na ito is yung stamina. Importante yung stamina. Sa boxing kasi, importante yung stamina. And then, of course, this training camp is different than other in the previous fights, training camps, because I'm fighting with a southpaw opponent. So, malaking pagkakaiba ang gagawin naming mga style dito.
Senator, meron kayong nasabi dati na boxing is 60% mental, 40% skills. Can you explain itong theory ninyo?
Tingin ko 60%, para sa akin 60% yung sa dito and 40% yung skills. Bakit? Kasi, for example, ano bang punches na hindi alam ng kalaban ko na punches? Diba? Ano bang mga footwork ko na hindi alam ng kalaban? Alam din niya yung footwork, moving. Ano bang mga head movement, style na hindi alam ng kalaban? Alam din niya. So, both of us, alam namin pareho lahat. Di ba? Alam na namin lahat. So, doon kami magkatalo dito sa paggawa ng estratehiya sa pagdating sa fight.
A lot of people are asking if ever na Mayweather will come around, is that still a fight that you would want to do?
God willing, kung bigyan pa tayo ng pagkakataon, and then why not, no? Kung may yung opportunity na yan, pwede naman. Wala namang problema sa akin. Pero let's focus first this upcoming fight in August.
Yeah, so he's got more fights left to him. Hindi pa last fight ata.
Talking about last fight, like you said, sabi ko, it could be my last fight or there's more. So, ganun.
Yeah.
Hard to say. Yeah. I'm praying to God na God will continue giving me strength.
Yeah, Manny, I know that I think you watched yung laban ni Donaire na nanalo siya with a good knockout. After a long time rin siya hindi lumaban. So, nakabalik siya bilang world champion again. What can you say about that fight?
Happy ako for him. Congratulations kay Donaire. Dahil nanalo siya, nakapagbigay ng karangalan sa ating bansa. In that way, as a Filipino, masaya ako na kababayan natin na naipanalo niya at na nakapag-contribute siya ng karangalan sa ating bansa. Yun.
Senator, pag-usapan naman natin yung mga sekreto ng success story nyo. And in talking about that, natandaan ko nung early in your career, natalo kayo ni Rustico Torrecampo. Paano kayo nakabangon dun sa masamang talo na yon? Kasi knockout. At the same time, nung laban nyo against Chatchay sa Sakul, kung saan nakuha nyo yung unang-unang World Championship ninyo, yung WBC Flyweight Championship 1998 sa Tokyo.
Tama.
Yung laban na yon, first 6 rounds, nakuha lahat ni Chatchay. Nandun din ako. 7th round, medyo nakita mo na yung kiliti niya. Medyo nakuha mo na yung kanyang weak point. 8th round, tinapos mo. 2 very monumental fights sa karir ninyo. Ano yung sekreto ninyo dito sa loob?
Alam mo, ang sekreto ko yung don't lose hope na kahit na natatalo ka sa puntos. Ngayon, talagang hanggat hindi pa tapos yung round, huwag kang ma-discourage, huwag kang mawala ng pag-asa. Focus ka lang, yung determination mo, nandyan palagi. Sa lahat, katulad, ang sinasabi ko, makapulo tayo ng aral dito, not only in actual fight, in boxing, but in our personal lives.
Right.
Na di ba, gano'n na pag may pinapangarap ka, na minsan napoprostrate tayo, di ba, na hindi natin naabot. Pero just focus lang. Keep going. As long as tama yung ginagawa mo, hindi ka nang argabyado ng tao, hindi ka makakamit mo at mararating mo yung pangarap mong gusto mong abutin.
Nagkaroon na ba ng time in your career na sinabi mo sa sarili mo, ayoko na, hindi na muna ako magbaboxing. Na-frustrate ka, natalo ka kay Toro Campo, tapos yung ibang mga kasama mo galing sa Jensan, nung unang-unang pumunta ka sa Maynila, yung isang best friend mo namatay, yung isang kaibigan mo na galing din sa Jensan, katabi mo sa ring, namatay din, gawa ng bangungot. Meron ka bang mga naisip at that time na baka bumalik ka na lang sa Jensan at kalimutan ko na muna itong boxing?
Nung natalo ako kay Torrecampo, yung first loss ko talaga, na discourage ako na gano'n. Nag-focus na lang ako magtrabaho sa construction. Pinadala ako sa construction sa Laguna. Doon sa Laguna, nag-ano ako ng simento, masa-masa ng simento sa construction. So, after siguro 1 month, na-realize ko na pag sumuko naman ako, anong kinabukasan ko? Ano bang hinaharap kong kinabukasan? Sabi ko ganun. Focus lang ako, continue lang. Sabi ko, ipagpatuloy ko sana. Nakapag-desisyon ako na ipagpatuloy ko yung ginagawa ko. So yun, bumalik ulit ako sa boxing. Yan. Pero nandun pa rin yung construction ko. Nagtatrabaho ako sa construction. Pero habang nagbaboxing ako, nagtatrabaho pa rin ako sa construction.
Anong trabaho mo doon?
Liborero lang, sa construction. Kung taga-buhat o ng simento. Alam mo, gusto kong maging inspiration nila ako dahil yung pinagdaanan ko sa buhay talagang ang hirap ng buhay namin. Natulog sa kalye, walang makain, walang pagkain. Tapos magtrabaho ng construction, minsan na-experience yung buhay na minsan may pagka, minsan wala, hindi ako na-discourage o nawala ng pag-asa dahil ang tinuro sa amin ng magulang namin na huwag lang tayong mawalan ng pag-asa at nandyan ang Panginoon, nagagabay sa atin, basta tumawag ka lang sa Kanya, hindi Kanya pababayaan. God has a good plans for us, plans to prosper us and not to harm us, plans to give us hope in the future.
Sa pag-iikot mo sa bansa natin, ano yung nakikita mo na hinihiling ng tao? Anong hinahanap nila?
Alam mo, ang pinaka-concern talaga ng tao sa pag-ikot-ikot ko, siyempre ang tao naghihintay, nangangarap na umasinso sa buhay at magkakaroon ng sustainable livelihood. Yan nakikita ko, yung sustainable livelihood, yung employment, walang mga trabaho yung mga tao, at saka yung hindi na mapag-aral yung mga anak nila. Nakikita ko yan, which is experience din namin yan, yung kahirapan. So yan yung na I'm hoping na one day magkaroon ng programa ang ating gobyerno na magkaroon ng free education hanggang college, pagtapos mo ng college. And then walang babayaran yung estudyante dahil maraming pamilya na hindi makapagpaaral ng mga anak sa college at wala silang perang panggastos. So I'm hoping that, and hoping also na magkaroon ng libre lahat ng mga senior citizens sa pagma-hospital. pwede naman gawin yan, magagawa naman yan. Lahat ng senior citizen hospital, sagutin ng gobyerno, magagawa yan. Ganon, pag may ganon tayo siguro, giginhawa ang taong bayan.
Ngayon, nag-aaral kayo to be able to get a master's degree in public administration. Is it your philosophy that learning is a never-ending process?
Yes, my motto kasi is just keep on learning. Do not assume that you're smart enough and good enough, genius enough. Just, keep on learning. Habang nandito pa tayo sa mundo, don't stop learning kasi marami pa tayong dapat madiskubre sa sarili natin na hindi pa natin alam. Kasi the moment you stop learning, and then that's the moment that you're beginning of your downfall.
Manny, katulad mo, di umangat ka nga sa buhay because of your perseverance. Marami sa ating kababayan gustong umangat rin, di ba? They have that dream of, syempre, you're like the peg. Lahat ng Filipino, ikaw ang peg, di ba? From, as you say, from nothing to something. So, not just the public in general, but especially yung mga sports sector, mga atleta na gusto talagang umangat. They really want to win. Diba? Anong, of course, including our boxers, diba, who want to be like you, Angkahas, Marshall. What can you tell them na para ma-fulfill ang kanilang na dream, not just for sports, that eventually ay makakaangat ng kanilang buhay?
Alam mo, una sa lahat, ma-advise ko sila, Panginoon. Sa akin, Panginoon. Unahin mo yung Panginoon. And God will give you direction in your life. He will show you the right path in your life to success. Like I said, God has a good plans for us. Plans to prosper us and not to harm us. So, meaning to say, don't forget to call God and have build relationship to God, and God will give you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding how to pursue your dream.
Two things, Senator, no? Yung sinabi kanina ni Dayan, yung advice ninyo for aspiring athletes. Anong masasabi ninyo sa mga atletang Pilipino na sasali sa Tokyo Olympics? Especially yung 4 na mga boksingero natin na qualifiers. At pangalawa, anong halaga ng proposal ninyo on the Philippine Boxing Commission, which I feel will be the answer to give direction to the progress and development of Philippine boxing, which has produced so much honor para sa atin. Sa 10 Olympic medalya natin, 5 galing sa boxing. And no other sport except boxing has produced 66 world champions para sa bansa natin.
Let's talk about first the general, all the athletes that are going to compete in Olympics this coming July. My first advice to them is to, of course, ask guidance from God, and also discipline and focus. Meaning to say, focus, you have to focus 100%. You have to be prepared mentally, physically, and most importantly, spiritually. Keep striking. God is good all the time. Keep striking while the iron is hot. Okay, and also for the Philippine boxing, you mentioned it. Philippine boxing is that's how we recognize one of the sports that we are recognized in the world. Am I correct? Can you imagine if we're gonna be a capital of boxing and combat sports, boxing and combat sports capital of Asia? Ano yung magiging kalalabasan is domino effect yun, yung pati sa ekonomiya natin makakatulong. Maraming mga turista na pupunta dito sa atin, maka-isyuso sa bansa natin, ano bang mayroon sa Pilipinas, bakit ganito kagagaling yung mga nila, atleta nila. So I think it's best to support boxing, and not only boxing but other sports also.
Manny, marami kang dream para sa mga boksingero, but most of all for your country, na alam namin yan. What do you think our country needs to be able to unite, magkaisa, without thinking about political interest or any personal interest?
Unang-una, Dayan, sa tingin ko nakikita ko sports. We should maximize our support to sports. Lahat ng sports ipalakasin natin kasi in that way, diyan lang tayo nagkakaisa eh. Pag lumalaban yung mga atleta natin sa ibang bansa, lahat mga Pilipino nagsumusuporta. Even in Miss Universe nga, support nga tayo lahat eh. We support eh. Lahat tayo mga Pilipino, di ba? So, in that way, I think nagkaka-unite lahat ng Pilipino. And then also, para magkaisa tayo, yung maipakita talaga na yung tamang panggobyerno. Yung magkaroon talaga ng tunay na pagbabago sa ating bansa. Magkaroon tayo ng economic growth and development.
Kilalang kilala ka all over the world. You're a global sports icon. Of course, you're a senator now. What do you think, what can that do to improve yung international relations natin sa mga ibang bansa, even the powerhouses like US and China and other countries?
Ang bawat problema, gusto ko na i-explain, ang bawat problema kasi kung walang pag-uusap, walang dialogue, hindi na-resolba. Manatiling problema hanggang sa ilang century pang lumipas basta na hindi pinag-usapan. Especially pag may mga alitan, yung pride. Yung pride. So, I think of my connection and popularity to other countries, siguro makabigay ng impluwensya para mag-mediate or mag-introduce ng negotiation or talking about the problem.
Bridge communication.
Bridge communication, yeah.
Senator, last two questions about boxing. Napansin natin sa welterweight division, yung WBA, meron silang 4 na world champion. Maliban doon, meron din WBO champion, IBF champion, WBC champion. Itong paglalabanin ninyo against Errol Spence, ang nakataya is your super WBA welterweight championship at saka yung WBC at IBF championship ni Errol Spence. So, ang tanong ko is this good for boxing na marami tayong mga world champions maski nasa iisang division because it gives an opportunity for fighters to earn more money. But at the expense of the integrity of the sport because dapat siguro iisa lang ang world champion natin.
Sa akin siguro, isa lang ang world champion, ba? WBA, isa lang ang world champion na pwedeng itanghal like WBC, isa lang ang champion, IBF, isa WBO, isa lang ang champion. Dapat ganon. Pag may marami kasing champion, magulo.
Pero itong laban nyo against Errol Spence, maraming titulo ang nakataya. Ito ba, Senator? Easy fight, hard fight?
Hard fight.
Prediction?
This is gonna be a good fight, more action fight.
If you would have a perfect ending to your career, paano mo napipicture ang ending mo for your boxing career? How would you like it to end?
Gusto ko mag-end yung career ko na champion ako. God willing, we'll pray. Nothing is impossible, those who believe.
Finally, before you go, please share with us some of your dreams. I know you're a dreamer. Dream for yourself, for the country. Dream about this fight. Or if you've dreamt about this fight. Kasi dati nasabi mo na the Marquez fight, you had a dream about it, ganun. Baka naman may dream ka lately.
Dream about. Basta, yes, I do. I dream.
Yes.
But I'm happy with my dream.
Okay. Sounds good.
The dream that I've been longing for tagal-tagal din na panahon na hindi ko na yun, pero now I'm happy because I experienced that dream again. So
You're dreaming again.
God is good. God is good all the time.
Thank you for being on Play It Right, Manny Pacquiao. Always
Play it right.
playing it right. We are here to Play It Right.